Last year when the Xiaomi Pad arrived, it kind of spiced things up in the Android tablet market, and now this is here. This is the new Xiaomi Pad 6, and what's interesting is that this brings some nice upgrades while keeping a killer price. Let me show you. First off, the Xiaomi Pad 6 has a more premium design now. Unlike the plastic back in the last gen, the Pad 6 has an all-metal design, be it the back, the frame, and this is a tablet that feels very high-end. It's also sleeker than the Pad 5. It's 20 grams lighter at 490 grams. It's 0.34 mm slimmer at 6.5 mm. And yeah, this looks and feels better. Now, functionality-wise, this has these magnetic connectors for the upgraded pen and the keyboard. The buttons are clicky and nice. There are still quad speakers here with high-res audio and Dolby Atmos support. And these speakers are still room-filling and awesome. Now the Pad 6, just like the last gen, does not have a fingerprint scanner. There's just face unlock, and there's also no micro SD slot, no headphone jack, no LTE variant. But there's one upgrade that I honestly did not expect. I'm talking about the fact that the USB-C port here is USB 3.2. Now to give you an idea, even the higher priced OnePlus Pad has a USB 2.0 port. Now if you're wondering what difference does this make, well, for starters, the USB 3.2 port brings faster data transfer speeds. See, I copied the same 8GB file from an SSD to the Xiaomi Pad 6 and the OnePlus Pad, and on the Xiaomi Pad 6, the file was copied in 48 seconds, while the OnePlus Pad, it took 5 minutes 24 seconds. That is a huge difference. That's all. The USB 3.2 port here means that you can connect this tablet to a 4K display or a 4K TV using an HDMI to Type-C cable, and that's actually pretty useful. Anyway, coming back to the expected upgrades, the display is still 11 inches, but it's higher res at 2.8K. It has a faster refresh rate at 144Hz and it's slightly brighter at 550 nits. Now, I really like the display on the last gen Xiaomi Pad, and this is slightly better. Videos look great on this panel, be it the colors, the contrast, and since this has the 16:9 aspect ratio, there isn't a lot of letterboxing in movies and shows. The display is also good to use in outdoorish situations. Look, this display is great, but I wouldn't say it has changed a lot. Yes, it has the 144Hz refresh rate, but most of the time the UI is locked to 120Hz, and when you play videos, it goes to 60Hz or 30Hz depending on the video, and it's only in supported games that you get the full 144Hz refresh rate experience. Now, one of the things that I really liked about the Xiaomi Pad 5 was the MIUI for Pad experience, and I like that on the Pad 6, Xiaomi hasn't changed a lot of things. First of all, this has MIUI 14 based on Android 13, and I like that there's absolutely no bloatware here, just like the Pad 5. This is the home screen after I set up the tablet for the first time, and apart from Netflix, there's no bloatware whatsoever. It's a clean experience. Apart from that, I also noticed no ads, so it's really good, and I like that there's all the features I liked on the Pad 5. You get the nice dual pane UI in most apps, you get the same useful dock here that is available everywhere and lets you drag and drop apps to split screen, put apps in a floating window. It's very, very useful, and I like that you can save app pairs now to launch them side by side quickly. There's also this gesture to put an app into split screen. Now there is one interesting new feature. I'm talking about this continued task feature, which is like continuity on iPads and iPhones, but this is in beta and limited to the Xiaomi 13 Pro, which we don't have right now, so yeah. Now, one area where I'm a little doubtful is updates. See, Xiaomi has promised 3 years of security patches for the Xiaomi Pad 6, and that's fine, but there's no word on OS updates, which is a little strange. Anyway, what's not strange is that the Pad 6 gets a processor upgrade. The new Pad 6 is powered by the Snapdragon 870 processor, which is a good upgrade to the 860, and the RAM is also now LPDDR5 and the storage is UFS 3.1. Now these upgraded specs show in the higher benchmark scores of the tablet, be it Antutu or Geekbench, and I really like the performance here. I mean, you already saw how smooth the tablet was when using the dock, the split screen gestures, and even gaming is very good. Games like Asphalt run very well, and I like that games like BGMI run on the highest graphic settings, and gameplay is mostly smooth and good. The accessories too have gotten slight upgrades. First of all, Xiaomi has promised that these will be available to buy, unlike the last time when it just wasn't available. And second, like I said, they have gotten some improvements. The new Xiaomi Smart Pen looks and feels the same. It has the same 2 buttons that let you quickly take a note, change the pen style, change the pen color. You can also press hold on this to take a screenshot like this. Now this is all good, but what's insane is that the new pen has a rated battery life of 150 hours compared to 8 hours on the last gen. I have no idea how Xiaomi is doing this. Also, it charges magnetically on the tablet, and 1 minute of charge is set to bring 7 hours of backup. I know, crazy. Now that's all. The latency has also been improved, and honestly, this is really good to use. The Xiaomi keyboard remains the same. It attaches magnetically and it has nice travel in the keys, and it has support for useful keyboard shortcuts. You can even create custom shortcuts. But yeah, a touchpad built into this would be obviously better. Now, apart from all this, the rear camera remains the same 13 megapixel sensor, which takes fine photos. The front camera also remains the same 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera, and it is pretty good for calls and classes, especially with the 4 mics. The battery is slightly bigger at 8840 mAh battery, and you get the same 33 watt fast charger. Now the battery life is pretty good. We got a screen time of 6 hours with 11% battery left, and that is with the screen set to max brightness, the keyboard attached all the time, and that is with heavy usage, so that's pretty good. The charging speed is also pretty good. The 33 watt charger takes the tablet to 50% in around 45 minutes and fully charges it in 1 hour 43 minutes, which is fine for a tablet. Look, let's face it, the Xiaomi Pad 5 was still a very good tablet under 30k, but now the Xiaomi Pad 6 is here, and this brings some nice upgrades, making things even better. But what's really awesome is that Xiaomi has kept the same killer pricing as last year. Honestly, at a starting price of ₹26,999, this is the ultimate value for money Android tablet. Yes, there's still no LTE variant, Xiaomi hasn't really clarified on the OS updates, but even with all this, this is the absolute best Android tablet under 30k. Anyway, I want to know from you guys, what do you think of the Xiaomi Pad 6 and this pricing? Comment down below, and thanks for watching.